fast one. Virtus.pro have 2 smokes and they have 2 flashes. So they're going to smoke off CT spawn, they're going to smoke off connector, and just going to try and storm the site.
Firing blindly into the smoke are the Penta players. Flash has pushed them back, and now you'll see VP trying to get in towards that quick plant. Bjarly coming around looking for Crystal there, who's going to be double teamed out here, but Spitty's still alive, and Spitty drops him. We lose Snacks as well for Virtus.pro, and Penta are man to the good. Pasha and Neo to have to defend this after plant, and let's see what they've got. There's Pasha's pushed back, and that smoke will pull him out, and they now try to flush out Neo, and they've lost control of this bomb site here, the VP players, and there is, I think it was Spitty on the side off camera that Neo just took down. Neo's got Robson as well, and now Dennis going down. Neo with a hat trick to save it, and awesome play as well from Pasha. Pasha just distraction there that allowed Neo to do what he does best.
Yeah, it was nice after-plan positions by Virtus.pro. They actually had a different round what I had in mind first. They actually smoked off the site so they can plan towards connector, and they wanted to actually rush connector and the, what we call it CPL, which is basically right when you come out of the connector to the right side, the sniper nest. So they actually had that in mind. That didn't really turn out. It was just because of the after-plan positions that Virtus.pro had made them actually win the round anyway.
VP will look to convert this out. 2 CZs on the CT side, but VP already dispatched of one of those as they make their way in towards that A side and push in with Taz and Snacks getting themselves the frag onto Felix as Crystal and Spitty try to do damage, but VP will clear it out.
You know, one thing that I actually noted about Penta, not all of them actually used ZZ. They have the P250s that would rather march, you know, they would rather buy a P250, and they have a 5.7 there as well, so I don't think that, and on the T side as well, they're actually using the Tech 9 instead. So I don't know if that's because it's like a protest from their side, or they just don't feel comfortable with that pistol.
Where do you weigh in on the CZ debate?
Well, obviously, like I don't want to have such a strong pistol in the game that affects the outcome of a round. Then again, like I was saying before, they would never nerf a weapon coming into a major like this. I'm pretty sure, like I'm almost positive it's going to happen after DreamHack, but at this tournament, you just need to adapt, and you just need to learn what is the best way to counter it.
Neo to lead the assault in as Crystal goes up the ladder and will go looking for players coming through mid. Neo, who's in there, gets himself a frag onto Felix as Dennis returns the favor as we trade frags here. VP have prevented Penta from getting too far, but gliding through the smoke was Spitty and almost got himself into a dangerous situation, but VP ensuring there's no drama as Snacks gets himself that next frag, and it's really just Crystal left standing up against 3. As we'll move into Penta's first buy round now, and a big opportunity for them.
Yes, for sure. And in regards to this round, yeah, sure, Penta got actually 2 frags. But I would love to see when you have on the 3rd round where you don't have any extra pistols, you're not going to buy, you know, a 5.7 Tech 9 and whatnot. I would actually love to see teams like these actually stack a site. Just take a gamble and stack a site. You don't have to peek. Just let Virtus.pro come to you, and all of a sudden that round could have, you know, you can change the outcome of the round. But yeah, this is the first test for Penta, and again we're going to see a smoke round coming in from VP on the A site again.
Very passive defensive. Seen nothing of VP so far in this round. And let's see whether this VP assault can bear fruit like it did in round 1. It'll be Dennis to see action coming up here from the bird's nest. Gets himself the first frag onto Snacks, drops down, and now has reinforcements coming to the left. It will be Bjarly, though, who stops him in his tracks. Felix goes in for the finishing job and does so. Bjarly down, but still more fire coming in. Neo has hit the deck. Taz will keep flying the flag as his Molotov does move Spitty a bit, but Crystal gets the frag onto Pasha, and it's all on Taz now with 12 points of health and 2 fully armed and dangerous Penta players to finish off the job.
Perfect start for Penta, winning the first weapon round, especially on that particular round for Virtus.pro. That's actually a round that a lot of teams have problems holding. Like teams normally often lose that round when they do actually this smoke round on A, but Penta, again, they're looking solid the first weapon round.
What held well for them on that A defense?
Which they just took their time. They didn't really stress out the fact that, sure, Virtus.pro was smoking off CT spawn, they smoked off there. You know, first of all, they land their shots, which is great. And now we see, again, a very fast round from Virtus.pro coming onto the A-bomb side.
Dennis with an open goal on Pasha, which he easily dispatches of. And it'll be Crystal to prevent anyone jumping over towards that site, or at least that's his job. The smoke comes in and holds him back. Felix doesn't see Viali either, and he and Taz connect with frags as the bomb is about to go down. Felix left blinded with a free frag in front of him, but Viali will make sure he goes no further. 2 on 3, low health across the VP side, but Crystal's only got 42 of his own, as he will make his way in now as the bomb is being planted by Viali. Or not, as he'll go in and be forced off that site as Spiddy pushes in. Now Viali will finally put that bomb down. Spiddy gets himself the frag onto Neo, and with 2v2 after plant, they know that Biali's there. The key role is that of Snacks, who has just 13 points of health. How much of a nuisance can he be, as he will see Spiddy and shoot him through the groin. Next opportunity comes as the AWP tries to get out of there, but Snacks dispatches of him expertly, and that will be VP with a big round in the bag.
Yes, indeed, and Virtus.pro on this map, they actually like to have used the A-bomb site. They have 2 specific rounds that they use a lot on this map. This is the A round that they had, the smoke round. Then they also have a fake on that round. So they like to run a lot of A plays and then just switch it out like 1 round or 2 rounds during the half, where they just fake A and go B. And here you see as well, they're expecting PENTA to be on Nico and just gonna go together and go 4 guys middle, just take the map control in mid instead, just to make sure that, you know, they're not giving PENTA any cheap frags.
Viali opens up the fragging. It's Spiddy that goes down. Spiddy did have a whisker onto Snacks with that 1 shot, but VP dispatching of PENTA players, and it's Crystal that's left up. And in the pistol and the subsequent 2 buy rounds that we've seen, PENTA sit very back. They don't take any information from mid. Is that something you'd like to see them change, or is that something that can work and you know, if it ain't broke, don't necessarily fix it?
Yes, one thing I would like to see PENTA do is actually push middle as CT. You know, take mid control. You know, have 3 guys there, take mid control. If you don't see anyone in mid, chances are they're just about to hit A, and then you can just flank them. You're going to be very fast on your flank, and Virtus.pro will probably not expect it.
Let's see what that delivers for us.
And this is actually, I think they're doing the round I was talking about. It's actually the A fake now. They have 3 guys towards A. They will throw their smokes, and they will actually fake it. This I don't understand, though.
Neo race over towards B.
This is the first time they've actually done that. If they're looking to fake, but the bomb is an A, so I was actually wrong. It's actually a B fake, I believe, because they started throwing nades on B, and the bomb is actually towards A. But they're making sounds everywhere. This is what I want to see. This is actually a bad move by Virtus.pro. If they want to fake a side, if they want to try and go for an entry and they have the bomb over there and they plan on, you know, let's fake a B rush, don't make any sound on the opposite side. There will be, you know, a team like this, they will read that. This is what I was talking about. Look at Crystal. He's actually flanking now. Neo's actually, it was a bit too soon on the flank, so Neo was actually prepared for it. He was just waiting. If he would have waited 5 more seconds, the flank that would have been probably successful.
In the end, VP outgunned them as well as perhaps outmoved them, but buy round coming now for PENTA, and need to get themselves on the board as the scoreline edges away from them as VP lead 6-1 on the T side.
Yeah, let's see what PENTA chooses to do. Again, I'm hoping for an aggressive play, try and catch Virtus.pro off guard somewhere, because obviously right now, just playing defensively and passive, it's not working for PENTA.
VP sit deep. One player is hit from Crystal there with the AWP, does connect onto Snacks. Pasha's going to have to try and level those numbers up as he makes his way into the smoke. As he goes in towards that A site, has a nade that tickles Felix. Neo coming in now with a frag to his right, connects. It's Crystal that goes down, and that's the big man for PENTA to have taken out. There's now all eyes on Felix as he spies man number one. There's Bialy, goes looking for the second, connects with the second, but Taz is in his back. Headshot drops Felix, and now Neo will move into dispatch of the remaining. VP with a man disadvantage right now. Penta beginning to lose numbers, and Neo beginning to go about his business in quite some fashion, but will go no further as Dennis connects and gets the defuse thereafter. And Penta do answer the call for a round by picking this one up and get it back to 6-2. But one of the worst things Penta can do is go some 3-4 rounds losing a round, then win one, and then do that again, because the money system just resets against them too much.
Exactly, and this round is very important for Penta. Sure, they won the previous round, and it was a nice play there by Dennis. You know, it was a 1-on-2, bomb down. He got both of them, and he managed to defuse the bomb on time. This is a key round for Penta. If you lose this one, again, they're going to have to double save, which is not something they want to do.
VP ready to make their push back in towards that A site where they've enjoyed so much success. B has been just a mere diversion for them thus far. Felix goes a long way deep into that VP side before Taz finally spots him and takes him down. Follows up with frag number 2 onto Dennis. They do lose Bialy, but VP making good ground in towards A before Spiddy unleashes 3 big hits for Penta and stops VP in their tracks. It is now all on Robson, though, up against Pasha and Snacks, as he is about to be taken on by that player from the right. So Snacks comes in and downs that remaining man. It is 7-2, and exactly what Penta did not need has just happened.
Yeah, it was a shame there as well. Speedy with 3 really nice frags. Just that you just couldn't close out the round for themselves. And again, you see Penta now, they're sitting on 1,500. They don't have any money. They're going to have to double save, and that's 2 more rounds on the board for Virtus.pro.
This is only game 2 of 4 today. 2 more big games coming your way. Up next, it'll be Fnatic versus LDLC. And then last in the day will be Dignitas Navi, 2 absolute blockbusters to bring us home tonight as Neo gets himself the frag onto Dennis, and the DreamHack quarterfinals into the halfway stage. The winner of this will take on Ninjas in Pajamas, who, if you're just joining us this morning, dispatched of a Hellraiser side with some aplomb. As now Taz goes in. Spiddy gets himself the frag, though, and VP have lost 2. Snacks, though, a long way in towards A, and of the 9 rounds, I think VP have only been distracted by B once.
Yep. And I think that's going to change. Like I said, they like to abuse A. They can do so for 10 rounds in a row, and then all of a sudden it will just, you know, they will fake it and just hit B. That's their thing. Because right now, for Penta's part, is that they're going to put so much focus on A that they will leave B more open, and that Virtus.pro can abuse that.
On Penta's side, we've talked about your desire to see them try and control mid. If you weren't saying go mid, which Penta thus far haven't offered anything, what would be the next thing you'd be asking Penta to do more of?
Just try and get map control. It doesn't matter if it's on A, if it's on B, if it's in mid. Just do something. Just don't stand there passively and just wait for Virtus.pro to come and dispatch of you. Like, you need to do something, you know, before they do something to you. It was like Thorne saying as well, he would like to see 5 JW styles of play coming in from Penta. And yeah, you know, you want to catch Virtus.pro off guard, because right now, you're letting Virtus.pro do exactly what they want. And that's to execute their rounds and just hit the side. And they're heavy hitters as well. So if you let them do that with the proper smokes and nades, it's not going to be easy for you to actually hold the sights.
Can you counter-nade that VP A attack?
You can, as long as you get the timing in correctly. You know, when they throw the smokes, just wait a few seconds and just nade down. But you don't really see that too much, because most of the times they have good flashes coming in from VP as well. So most of the times they just flash and just want to take cover and make sure they don't get picked.
Here we go, 5th Laren's wish is granted by Crystal. Spiddy gets himself the next frag onto Snacks, and Crystal connects onto that second, and VP having the life shaken out of them by Penta here with the opening 2 frags. Taz in on the board, and it'll be Spiddy that's gone down. VP will move that bomb round to reinforce that B assault, and they will send all 3 players in that direction, but eyes are on them. That spectacular Famus.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I was talking about as well. when VP abuses A so much, they will leave B a bit more open. So they actually only had one guy at B there because they were all focused on A. Now, VP actually didn't end up going B, but I'm just saying, like, this is the effect that a team has when they go on the same side over and over again.
Neo comes around the back and is staring down that A site, and it's Felix who'll be the lone protector. Dennis and Robson nestled in deep at B, expecting VP players to come their way, now beginning to realize the game is afoot over at A. There's Felix staying out of harm's way until he's got numbers to play with. As that bomb will go down, he pushes in just as reinforcements come in, and now goes in for the next hit. Nades go flying over. That Famis does get himself a kill as Bialy goes down. Taz does return the favor as we go to 2-on-2, and Neo will get the next as Dennis goes last man up for PENTA against two fully health, and between them, and they got all 5 frags, did Neo and Taz, and that sets VP up for their next round. Talk us through the rotation back from B to A and what went well for VP in that round.
Well, first of all, I like the opening that PENTA had. They got the entry. They actually got 2 entries. Crystal went aggressive in mid. He got that entry. Speedy also got one. And that was a good position for PENTA. They should have just backed up by then and just play the side. That's when you can play passive. You get your entries, you play passive. Now again, they lost that round. There was a 3-on-5, and VP actually managed to win it. And PENTA, they're forced to save once again.
They do keep themselves up 3 kills here on that save. It's only Taz and Pasha left standing for them. Taz is having nothing of it though, and from 3-2 we go to 2-on-1. Crystal, last man up, all eyes on him and his 7 points of health, which will go no further. And VP pick themselves up their next round, and looking good on Mirage as we would expect. 10-2 the score.
Yeah, especially on the T side. I think Virtus.pro is doing a phenomenal job right now. One thing that I said, it's not concerning, but if you look at PENTA, they actually get more frags when they're on an eco than when they're on a weapon round. They always dispatch of 2 or 3 Virtus.pro members every time on an eco.
Crystal and his AWP do the damage once more, pushing into mid, posing a few questions for VP again. See as they chase out Pasha as well. This time they're forcing the agenda from VP and saying, you're not going to have this all your way. But on the other end of those 2 AKs, it's a different story. As Taz, the only man down for VP. Crystal and Felix have both been down for their role in this PENTA CT aggression. But Robson will make that move out towards mid and come right behind them, but they're waiting for them. It's Snacks who gets the quick draw onto Robson, and VP will go into the A site with only 2 players left to hold them back. One of them is Dennis, who's just taken damage twice from grenades coming his way. Bomb being planted by Bialy, and the retake is going to come in from Spitty from CT spawn.
Yeah, and they should just try and save here. They should just save their weapons. Now they got a frag, but Dennis is very, very low, and again, if you lose this round, they're going to have to save. And it's a good bomb plant for VP as well. I think the retake will actually be extremely difficult. And you see Dennis, he actually have no... He's not going to try and actually stop this bomb from going off. He's just going to try and save his weapon. And Speeder was just trying to get 1 or more frag, so you lower VP's economy.
Can Dennis end the round with a frag as Pasha pushed out for him. And, in the end, it wasn't to be. 11-2 VP have on the board. 2 rounds left in this half, but there's little romance from Virtus.pro. They are not going to allow PENTA any more time on this stage than they would like.
No, definitely not. And you can actually see the difference between this game, this map, and the previous one on Cash. I think that what Taz probably went to his team and said, we're not executing correctly on Cash. Let's try and do a better job on Mirage, and that's exactly what we're seeing here.
Taz leads the push in here as they come towards B. Robson hits a Famis headshot in, drowning Snacks, but the B bomb side is about to be swarmed by VP players. Crystal comes in looking for more as he's going to be charged down from aids on both sides. Neo and Pasha both have frags, and the remaining 2 PENTA players are going to make their push in. connect with the first on the retake attempt. It's Neo that's out for the count. And Felix is going to have to move in quickly because Spiddy is already drawing a lot of attention his way. Can Felix come round and divert some of that attention? Allow Spiddy to come in. Here's his chance. Spiddy gets the frag onto Pasha. Now we're down to just a 2-on-2, but a lot of time has already gone on that bomb. And Felix pushes out towards the van and will go no further. And VP will pick up their next round. It is 12, and they do look good on the B hold as well.
They do, and look at that. Look at the change from VP. They've been going a lot of mid, but they always turned out to plant the bomb on A. This round, they just opted, let's just go 4B. What happened? Yeah, Penta has been so worried and stressed out about A. You know, they need more men there. They can't hold A site. They only had one guy at B trying to hold off 4 very angry Polish members from Virtus.pro.
Crystal connects onto Neo. What's been a struggle for Penta is when they have pushed Crystal out, he's done well, but it hasn't always resulted into a win.
No, Crystal is a very good player to get the entries. It's just that Penta is doing a pretty poor job in capitalizing. Nice shot from Crystal.
Fly swatting from the German as Taz is swashed away, and Penta are just 2 frags away from that 3rd round and have 5 players with which to get them. Pasha makes that 4 as Crystal has a player right under him that he suddenly realizes is there. Spiddy helps him out to claim that frag, and now it's just Pasha left standing. And barring something special, which this man very much is capable of delivering, it should go in at 12-3. And an expert half from Virtus.pro.
Yeah, well, at least they end the half on a good note. They won the last round. It's a shame, like we were talking about, Crystal, he's getting these entries. But Virtus.pro keeps on winning these situations where they really shouldn't. And you have Speedy. Speedy's actually had a great game so far. He's the person that's holding A. He's the guy trying to stop Virtus.pro from actually entering the side, and he's done a good job. It's just that they can't close out the rounds. And Virtus.pro, these are the rounds that Virtus.pro are extremely good at. You know, after plant positions, try to get these clutch situations that they end up going in. That's where Virtus.pro is shining.
Took us through Fifth Laren's journey from where Penta are now to where you ended up in Cologne on the grand final stage. How hard is it? How long is that slog to rise from mid-tier to pro-tier?
Well, if you have, so first of all, you need to stay together. You need to work on your faults. So this is a good start from Penta coming into this tournament. You know, yeah, we had a good showing in the group stage. We get to play one of the best teams in the world right now. What can we learn from this experience?
And how do you actually learn something from this experience?
Well, you go back. Once you're back home, you check out the demo. You check out what you guys did wrong. What did Virtus.pro do good? And you try to kind of get an idea on, okay, well, how do we want to play this game? What didn't really work out for us, and can we maybe steal something from Virtus.pro? Are they doing something good that maybe we haven't thought of? It's a long process, but you want to take one map at a time, and I think one map they should probably start on if they want to keep on playing is a map that's being played very often in the pro scene, which is, you know, a map like Cash, a map like Inferno, Dust 2, probably some Nuke as well, even though people are saying Nuke isn't played that much anymore. The thing is here, if you're good on Nuke and you're playing against a team that doesn't practice Nuke, or they might play it but they're not great on it, that's a free veto for you. So maybe you're strong on Dust 2, but you know that, well, they like Virtus.pro they veto Dust 2 because they know that Penta's strong on it. To have, for example, a good map, another good map, and they can only veto one, that's bonus points for you.
Do you see anyone making that step up into the top 10? Any new names?
I mean, there's always going to be new teams that come in and try to...
We'll come back to this as Pasha gets in on the action here as this pistol round in the second half kicks off in earnest. Snacks connects, but Penta have the man advantage. As Taz will see action coming his way on towards B. Has reinforcements in the kitchen, but it's a tough place for him to get across to. He quickly retreats back, so that he's in a 2 versus 2. Nice play from him there. The third man's coming, but there is a flank to come from the T side, and I don't think he knows it, as Pasha is downed in the back by Spiddy, and they will hunt down the last man that is Bjarli. And he is 1 on 4, and this is almost a mirror of the 14th round that ended up going VP's way, but it won't this time. Penta connect and win the pistol, and have more rounds on the board.
Yep, I like this round from Penta as well. It was a simple round, just decided to rush B, basically. And that just shows me that they're not afraid of Virtus.pro. Yeah, sure, maybe they should be, but they're not. They're playing as an underdog. They're just going to do things that, you know, maybe if they played versus another team that maybe isn't in the same caliber as Virtus.pro, they would probably do something different. But just heck, you know, we're 5. We're going to rush the B bomb site, try and stop us.
What do VP have in the locker here? They've took us through this buy from VP, a CZ, a scout, and a shotgun.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty standard round nowadays. People tend to do if you lose the pistol round. And it actually pays off most of the time.
Do VP have what it takes to clean this one up? Robson says no. He gets 2 frags. Felix does go down at the hands of Taz, who, with his CC dispatches of 2, and we're down to a 2 versus 3. And the CT side have the man advantage. He speaks too soon. And Taz is in the wrong place to take this fight against Dennis. But we'll take it no matter, and we'll go down as Dennis does his job. Neo finds himself alone, but does have enough in the tank to get himself the kill. Will want to pick up a weapon and does so. Has 40 points of health against fully armed Dennis, who has 76, as he will dance his way out into the middle of the site and track down Neo.
That was close. And actually, I don't understand the reasoning there for Dennis to actually stick around on the A-bomb side. He picked up the bomb. He could have just run B and, you know, made it safe for himself. Played the after plant in a 1 versus 1. Instead, he opted to actually go for Neo. Neo had, and he was down to 11 HP by the time he actually killed him. That could have gone either way. But there you see as well, as I was saying, when you buy on the 2nd round after losing the pistol, you will still be able to buy the 3rd round or the 4th round. And again, this is typical VP. They're going to opt to actually buy again and just try to stop PENTA.
And it's worked with a reward as Dennis is punished for his exploits in that last round. And has a headshot waiting for him. Crystal down to down 70 points of health to 30 as well. And Pasha doing a lot of damage just here, there, and everywhere. And that's 2 big kills for VP in this round already.
Yeah, and Felix down to 50 HP as well. I think he also got hit by Pasha in the beginning of the round. So that scout is actually quite deadly on a map like Mirage.
PENTA make their way in towards A, where Spiddy is looking for Neo, then gets him. Well, Molotov over to where the rotation will come from. But there was no one there at the time. It's Pasha that's coming that way with his scout. Oh, what a hit from Bjarly. He only had one objective there, and that was to put a bullet in the head of Spiddy, which he did. And now Robson returns the favor. Taz goes down, but trading frag for frag isn't working for PENTA. They are now down to just 1 man standing. It's Robson who will put this bomb down at B, has 3 players to go, an AK on Bjarly, the scout on Pasha, and not much else on Snacks, but he'll be the fodder as we're in a tricky situation for Robson, who, with that shot, confirms to Pasha where he is, and that will allow Snacks to come in, and if he leaves himself in the wrong angle, he'll get taken down by the pair of them, and it's Snacks in the end who has enough to finish off the job. Virtus.pro will take the 3rd round of the 2nd half and pull us back to 13-5 and an 8-round lead.
Yeah, and again, this just shows that, you know, when you buy a scout on the CT side on Mirage, and the team actually ends up going middle, if you get that first frag, or if you just keep on hitting them, you don't have to necessarily kill the people you see with the scout, as long as you damage them, and then, you know, your pistol players can just come in, and yeah, sure, they might be getting the credit for the kill, but Pasha was doing the groundwork.
Pasha looks out middle, sees nothing. What's the reaction from this point, having not seen anything? What is he communicating? Or what are they learning from what he's saying?
Well, basically what he's saying is that, yeah, they smoked off sniper nest, but I can't see anyone right now.
Neo picks himself up too, as PENTA will lose 3. Robson and Spiddy, the last 2 standing, and there's a sandwich of Virtus.pro guns trained on the PENTA players. And VP extend into a 14-5 lead.
Yeah, and this is looking very grim for PENTA. They have no money. Are they going to opt to buy and, you know, try to play on a 16-14 score, or are they going to opt to save and just hope they're going to be able to tie it up? And it actually does look like they're going to opt to save and just try to win 10 straight rounds after this one.
The Katowice champions beginning to find their stride here in Jönköping. Which event was colder? Katowice or Jönköping? Both cold cities. We need to have a major in Hawaii or something.
Oh, that would be sweet. PENTA actually they do have 2 smokes that they're going to use on the A bomb side just to try and get the bomb down. They don't have any armor or anything like that. They're not expecting to win this round. They just want to try and get the bomb down to get some more money in the bank. But it's not really paying out. Virtus.pro just shut him down. They couldn't even get out of the ramp coming into the A bomb side.
What do you learn from a quarterfinal that you win, which you're expected to win? What will Virtus.pro take from this into their semi?
The only thing that you can actually, for example, on Cash, what they can learn is that we need to be able to execute our rounds correctly. We need to work as a team. Even though you're playing PENTA, you know, they're not going to make the same mistake versus a better team. But it's good knowing that we're looking solid, even versus lesser teams. And can we just keep up that momentum that we had a good showing versus PENTA, and just keep up the momentum when we play an IP?
Will be Snacks to lead out, and PENTA are already 2 men down, and they need not only 5 frags here, but 10 rounds in total to save their existence, and Bialy is having none of it. Felix and Robson both go down. It's Spitty or bust for PENTA against Virtus.pro. And he will take his sweet time about it. He's going to enjoy his moment on the stage.
Yes.
You want him, come and get him.
He has 55 seconds to enjoy himself. Then he's out of here.
Finds himself a frag. He's going out with a bang. As he is downing Neo and going to make his way over to... Oh, I'm not sure, I might double back. Going to enjoy these now 40 seconds that remain in his first major. And it will be Bialy who says, enough is enough.
Yep.
And Virtus.pro have ended PENTA by 16 rounds to 5. They win by 2 maps to 0. Cash and Mirage enough to do the damage.
Yeah, and I want to just have a special shout out to Speedy. They lost 16-5, and he's dropping 25 frags. He was the only guy on that team, other than Crystal's entry frags, that actually did something that this whole map. You know, 25 frags and you lose 16-5. That's impressive.